In today's channel tarot reading, I'm going to be revisiting the energy of Sebastian Rogers. So this will be the second tarot and oracle reading that I've done for Sebastian. So if you have not yet seen the first one, I would recommend going to watch that as well. But Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was last seen on Monday, February 26th in his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. His mother was the last person who is believed to see him. And so far, the narrative is that he's believed to have wandered off in the middle of the night, barefoot, alone, and with only a flashlight. So, yeah. On the first reading, it took a different turn than I thought, kind of threw me off. And, so I just wanted to revisit the energy of Sebastian, to revisit this. It's been almost another entire month since my first reading, and there's still no sign of Sebastian Rogers. Now, over the weekend, it turns out that Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, and Sebastian's mother and stepfather, Katie and Chris Proudfoot, have finally announced that they will be working together to team up and try to find their son. But in a way, I do feel like there's still like some kind of hostility between the two groups of parents, between Seth and then the Proudfoots. So I don't know if it's like a bad blood between them or whatever, or if it's more like keep your enemies close kind of situation. So there have been really no other updates regarding Sebastian's case, because again, he left and there's been no trace. So I just want to tap into the energy of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers to find out what really happened to him. So once again, I'm going to light this candle in honor of the energy of Sebastian Rogers. And while this candle is lit, I will be a channel for his energy to come through so that we can find out what really happened. All right. So I ask that the highest vibrations of light and love connect to my highest self and release all previous programming and unwanted energies. And now I want to make myself a channel for the energy of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, the 15-year-old missing boy from Hendersonville, Tennessee. So as long as this candle is lit, I'm going to be a channel for Sebastian Rogers, for him to come through and tell us what really happened. All right. Now, I'm going to start with the murder mystery deck this time. So what I'm going to do is give this deck 3 shuffles, cut the deck, draw a card, and then I'll repeat that process for 3 cards. Sebastian. They've already interviewed the killer, is the first card. So someone that's already on the radar is involved here in Sebastian's disappearance. Allegedly. Money may be involved. Wow, that's interesting. Because in the first reading, we got the debt card. And we also got the Down the Rabbit Hole card, and I said, strangely, I was getting the message of follow the money. That's very strange. So there may somehow be some kind of exchange of money involved in the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. Wow. All right, one more card, Sebastian, from this deck. And killer has a history of committing crimes. So someone involved in the disappearance, it may not be a killer, right? But someone involved in this disappearance has a history of committing similar crimes. Maybe some type of crime against children or something along those lines, right? Okay, Sebastian, where do you want to go now? All right, I'm going to do it differently this time. I'm going to start with the big old true crime and conspiracy deck. And if we feel as though we need some clarity, that's when we're going to turn to the tarot. Okay, so let me just shuffle this deck. I'm going to split it. It's a large amount of cards, so I'm going to split this into, like, I would say 3 different piles. And then we'll just see what comes out as far as what happened to Sebastian Rogers. So let me just give these a couple of shuffles here. Bear with me. Whoa. Okay, so the first card fell out upright. It was couple. And then all kinds of cards fell, so I'm going to move on to the next deck. So our first clue here is couple. Let's clean this up. Now move on to this. All right, Sebastian, tell us what happened to you. Communication. Okay. Inside job. So we got couple, communication, and inside job. So my first thought when I saw the couple card was the Proudfoots. And they have been doing a lot of communication on and off, like talking to podcasts and things. But there could have been some kind of communication taking place with an outside person. But this was an inside job in some way. So whether Sebastian left on his own or against his own free will, either way, it was something happened from the inside of this group, right? All right, Sebastian, tell us more. Where are you? What happened to you? What happened to you, Sebastian? Uh-oh. That might be too many. Yeah. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, so what happened to you? Okay. We got the jealousy card and the New World Order card. I find this interesting, New World Order card, because there was this energy of like a cult-like behavior or something in the first reading that I didn't really dive into very much, because as I stated at the end of that reading, it just, everything that was coming out was very surprising to me, and it kind of threw me off, so it made me want to disconnect. But this time I'm prepared for it. So we got the New World Order card, and we got the jealousy card. And with this jealousy card, I do feel like there is a group of people, probably this couple, the inside job people, who basically have this animosity towards either Sebastian himself or possibly even towards someone else involved in Sebastian's life. Yeah, there's just drama. I think it has to do with the parents, honestly. The New World Order and jealousy. I think both Seth's dad and his mom and stepdad, or Sebastian's dad, Seth, and his mother and stepdad, the Proudfoots, almost have like a jealousy towards each other. It's this drama that's been playing out, right? Within their little circle. And the drama kind of came to a head this weekend when they decided to join forces to try to find Sebastian. All right, so we got social media and mail. So this, maybe it's time to look at what some of what the fathers have been saying on social media. Okay, I didn't see it, but on YouTube, there was, I think it was JRL Investigates or something, stated that after the Proudfoots and Seth joined forces, he actually went on, he being Seth Rogers, which is Sebastian's father, went on a podcast, like right after that, and kind of like went ahead and pointed out that, hello, the mother's the last person to see Sebastian. Something's up here. Something's up here. All right, so it's possible that this is what it's referring to, but it's definitely something that a male has said on social media that is a clue here regarding the drama taking place. Ooh, and we got timeline issue, you guys. I do have a strange feeling that it's quite possible that Sebastian was actually missing before February 26th, but it's just that February 26th is the day that it all went down, according to what the public is knowing, right? So tell us more about this timeline issue. Oops, that was too many. Let me try again. Tell me more about this timeline issue. Okay, we got prophecy and vampire. I just told you I had a feeling that the time was a little off about when did Sebastian really go missing from his home. So with the prophecy card there, I do feel like that's confirmation that, I think it's quite possible that that's saying it's confirmation that there is an issue with the timeline that's been put out. But then we also get the vampire card, which I've told you before. It's like an energy vampire. This gives me vibes of like someone is taking spiritual energy, right, from Sebastian. So someone is almost feeling gratified by the mistreatment of Sebastian here, because that's what a vampire really is all about. It's about taking the life of one to feed the life of another. And it's strange that we also have money maybe involved, right? Okay. Weird. Wow. We got the perversion card, which is very strange because I also heard that there were some very strange living situations taking place in Sebastian's past. I believe they lived in California, and someone was actually taking advantage of Sebastian in this way within the home. And that was with the Proudfoots. And then we also got cryptozoology and evidence, okay? So, in the first reading, we got the wooded area. So I think with the cryptozoology, we have the Sasquatch crossing, right? And the energy I'm getting here is that there's going to be evidence somewhere in the woods, I believe. So somewhere in the woods, there will be some type of evidence of Sebastian have been there, right? Evidence. But similar to Bigfoot, we may or may not find him. We're not finding him right away. It's like he vanished. There have been no sightings. Right? But definitely this vibe of the woods, once again. There will be evidence in nature within the woods of evidence of what really happened here. All right, Sebastian, what else can you tell me about what happened to you? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got the mental health card with the riots protest. And just like in the first reading, you guys, we got that riot protest, I believe, in the first reading, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, geez, I hope it was his reading. But anyway, something in the first reading I do recall made me feel as though there was a lot of fighting taking place. And it could be because of, like, you know, they say that Sebastian Rogers was an autistic boy. So that could be why we're getting the mental health card. But that, his particular mental health, I guess you can say, his condition was the cause of a lot of fighting, I think, within the family, either with each other, you know, like how they should approach him, or not even that. I feel like more so, it's almost like it was the parents versus the child in the home he was living in because of him thinking differently. Yeah, then we get home. And, oops. Oh, God, counterfeit and river. Again, nature. There's definitely some vibes that something's going on. We'll find something in nature, right? But we also got home and counterfeit. So I do feel like definitely there were problems at home, whereas they're trying to make it seem like there wasn't, if you know what I mean. That's why we have home and counterfeit. Excuse me. I'm also getting this vibe that his home wasn't really a home to him, if you know what I mean. That's weird. Yeah. We got the abuse neglect card. And that came with treason, right? What is treason again? Isn't it like where basically someone on the inside has infiltrated, you know? So someone on the inside, that's what I've been saying now. Now I'm not as surprised as in the first reading. I've come to my terms of what's going on here. All right? There's definitely some kind of abuse, neglect taking place on the inside. We got couple, communication, and inside job. So the couple had been communicating either inside or outside, but to get this job done. We got New World Order, jealousy, and drama. It's like there is this whole thing going on within the family that has a lot to do with like bad blood and just drama that we don't even know about. That's why we get the New World Order card with it. Because it's like inside. Only the people on the inside will know the true level of drama taking place. We got mail and social media. So we should look at what something a male is saying on social media for sure. We got timeline issue with prophecy and vampire. So there's definitely, in my opinion, there's some kind of issue with February 26th being the last day that Sebastian's been seen by his family. Because that was my intuition. Then we got the prophecy card to kind of confirm that for me. And then with the vampire cards, like, people were just taking advantage of the energy of Sebastian, like taking from him to gain for themselves, right? Now, We got the perversion card. Remember, we got that, as well as the cryptozoology and the evidence. So I do feel like there was definitely some type of, this type of abuse going on, at least at some point in his life as well. I also feel like maybe this is where some of that money, follow the money, strangely might be involved, okay? Yeah. Okay. Then we got mental health and riots. So there's always a fight over what was going on in the mind, right? What was going on in the thinking. We got river, home, and counterfeit. Ooh, I just got when I picked up those 3 cards, I heard, sell me down the river. Selling me down the river. Again, bring me back to the idea of money, taking advantage of someone else's energy for your own gain, selling someone down the river. Anyway, then we got treason and neglect abuse. So there's definitely something on the inside that was like an organized... I'm going to look up treason and put it on the screen so that we can just be real clear on the energy of this card. But what I'm picking up from it now is just that it's like this abuse and neglect was going on the inside, and it says treason because it's like, that's not what they're putting out to the public. It's like they're acting like it was not like that at all. You know, it wasn't like that. Okay, Sebastian. I want to just pick up on the energy of Sebastian Rogers at the time of his disappearance. I'm just going to pull 3 cards from this Rider-Waite deck just for the energy of Sebastian Rogers himself at the time of his disappearance. Yeah, we got the 3 of Pentacles, so teamwork was involved, possibly 3 people, like mom, dad, child, right? There was some kind of planning and teamwork. We got the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Oh my gosh. Okay, and the 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. It's funny because they're like walking in the snow barefoot in the 5 of Pentacles, and it just made me think of... They really want us to believe that Sebastian left in the middle of the night in a very dark, very, very dark neighborhood because they don't have street lights and things. So it's extremely dark, and he just left in February with no shoes. Really? I don't know about that one, y'all. But then also the 5 of Cups. So I do feel like there's this sense of being put out in the cold. And also this sense of like sadness. I feel like he was getting over some kind of sadness too in some way because that was reversed. Interesting. All right, let's get a little clarity on that because that's very interesting. Now I'm going to shuffle the Deviant Moon real quick. I want energy of Sebastian Rogers at the time of his disappearance. Okay. As I cut the deck, 2 cards fell on the floor, so maybe these are our 2 cards. All right, so we got the Ace of Cups and the Sun. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, he was getting over some kind of sadness. These are 2 good. You're feeling good. You're having a good time. The Sun is a good card. So is the Ace of Cups when it comes to emotions. So like I was just saying, it's almost like I feel like he was coming into a better version of himself in some way. All right, now let's see what else. Then we got the Four of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I do feel like there's this sense of, I feel like he was very secluded in his own home. See how she's like in a tower, very bored looking. All this figure can do is look out to see what's out there, but not really going on their own. And with the way these images are here, I also feel like, I feel like Sebastian was, again, treated like he was very immature. There's like an umbilical cord connecting these three wands to the figure in this image. But the figure's like wearing this strange costume, right? And it almost looks like a mother too, because it's like a pregnant belly or something. And a breast is coming out. But she has, look at her feet. They're like, you know, devilish. That Three of Wands with the Six of Wands, it's like, I feel like there were a lot of demands on him. There were a lot of demands on him, but yet no room to move, right? Which could be where the abuse and neglect comes in. It's like constantly demanding things out of someone, but then yet restricting their movement on how they can do these things that are being demanded of them. Do you know what I mean? All right, Sebastian, I think we're about done here for now. Whoa. I just dropped so many. Let's start again. Sorry. Okay. All right, Sebastian. If I don't get one in like a few shuffles, it might not be this deck that he wants to give any messages from. All right, Sebastian, do you have anything for us before we go? It looks like there is a witness for what happened to him in some way. Whether it's a surveillance camera, or just someone who knows what happened. I think with witness, it could just be that the couple, the inside job people, someone knows what's going on. There was a witness. I'm going to move on to a different deck. All right, Sebastian. Evil. Look, we got secret weapon and success and evil. Now, this secret weapon card looks like computer cords or some kind of electronic, right? It's reminding me of just the internet in general. So maybe, I feel like these people are evil, but they're using the internet as their secret weapon to success, to look innocent. Well, these three that came out. Intergalactic travel and gift. I feel like with the intergalactic travel and gift, I feel like it's possible that Sebastian Rogers was a gifted child in some way. I think he knew more than people gave him credit for with that intergalactic travel card. But with that came rival as well. So with him kind of like maybe being smarter than he was getting credit for, that could create this kind of friction as well. It could be part of the drama and jealousy, the cards that we already got. Okay. Greed. Cover up. Oh my God. All right, Sebastian. So we got greed. Cover up. See, again, with the money, right? The runaway story could be a cover-up for something else that took place that had to do with money. There's this sense of follow the money. But then the other two cards were homicide and government agency. So this could definitely go deeper than just, you know, the family, I guess you could say. We got government agency as well. All right. We got portal, paranormal, and surveillance. Okay, this sounds strange, but with that intergalactic travel card as well, and the gift, and rival, I just got a different message. I feel like these people, the inside job people, they might actually also be watching Sebastian at a spiritual level, if you know what I mean. In some way trying to entrap his soul, even. Does that make sense? Definitely about some kind of control. Because in the first reading, we got the 3 control cards. We got the environment, control over the environment, control over the person, and control over the story, right? And now it's like I feel like there's definitely someone watching on a spiritual level. Portal, paranormal, intergalactic travel, and gift. You know, this could also mean that these people are watching all of these different readings about Sebastian as well to keep tabs on what they know. You know, what people know. We got AI. Whoa, whoa, whoa. AI and warning. So yeah, I do feel like Sebastian is warning us against like false narratives, false people. AI is artificial intelligence, right? So this is just a warning to watch out for all of that, especially like online on social media, because there is evidence of what's been taking place. I'm channeling now. I feel like there is evidence of what was taking place, if only we can find it, right? But this warning is against anything that's not natural here. So we should get a sense of if things are feeling natural in the story that we're being fed, right? I just picked up this deck for some reason and got meeting. I do feel like there is a way. I cut again and got this one. Strange. Excuse me. But I do feel like there were other people involved besides just the couple in the inside job, because we got communication. You know, money may be involved. So there was somehow an exchange of money. Perversion, abuse, neglect. There's going to be some kind of evidence found. But it could also be like, we're not finding the evidence because there may not even be evidence that exists. You know, like that Bigfoot. Sasquatch. I feel like if there is evidence, it's going to be in nature somehow. Yeah, so there was definitely some kind of, I think there's definitely some kind of money involved. There's some kind of follow the money scheme going on. Secret weapon being used is not only their evilness, but the internet. Because we got the secret weapon card with what I see as like computer cords and stuff. And then we got the AI. We got social media. We got communication. So yeah, definitely a lot of that. Now, remember, the first three we got were that the person responsible for whatever happened to Sebastian has already been interviewed. We also have that money may be involved. And we have that the person responsible for this as well has a history of committing similar crimes. Whether that's like these kind of crimes, or if it's these kind of crimes, or if it's these kind of crimes. But either way, it's probably all the kinds of crimes. But they have a history of doing this. They've done this before. And likely if they get away with it, you know, they'll do it again. So sorry, Sebastian. I want everyone to take a moment and say a prayer that Sebastian Rogers is found. Because it has been since, again, February 26th, allegedly. Remember, allegedly. But he's been missing since at least February 26th. And time is of the essence at this point. So take a moment, say a prayer that Sebastian Rogers is found. And now it's time for me to send him back to the energy from where he came. So I'm going to close myself off as a channel now. And when I blow out this candle, I will no longer be a channel for the energy of Sebastian Rogers. So, Sebastian Rogers, thank you so much for being here. For giving us some more insight into what happened to you. And I pray that you will be found soon. And now I send you back to the energy from where you came, and I will no longer be a channel for your energy to come through. Thank you. I love you.